Tell us about your vision at GM Financials for RPA and how you believe this will impact employees.
That's a great question. What we initially started out at GM Financial is what we always consider the enterprise, the big problems that we currently have that save hundreds, if not thousands, of hours at the enterprise level that require very sophisticated automations. From there, we really started thinking about what about the individual employee? What about their team? How can we get this type of technology to solve the small things that you don't need, 5 developers to deliver over, a 3-sprint period? How can we, as an organization, empower those employees organically to solve their hour a day and let them then focus on things that are really important, like delivering value to our customers?
How are you building more of a groundswell with RPA so that it's inclusive for every employee? What are you doing about it?
That's also a fantastic question. One of the key things that IT doesn't normally do very well is marketing. So we've actually partnered with part of our business to actually market to our team members across the organization. And part of that is getting them excited about solving their own problems. Training, actually creating a training program where we can invite people who have shown interest in the past into that training program to become what we call citizen developers. We also just recently held a Botathon where we actually had volunteers from all over the world, countries that we support today, of technical and non-technical resources, gave them just a little bit of training. And then they sat down, presented to us their business case. They had 3 days to create a bot. And then at the end, we had judges. And of the 16 teams, 9 teams were able to deliver full automations that were candidly very, very innovative. And we were very pleased with how the teams did. We're going to have more Botathons as we move forward.
Isn't it amazing when team from all over the world comes together and you see how amazing people can be if you just allow them to be, to do what they need to do?
Team members are incredibly innovative to solve their own problems.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they're more innovative to solve their own problems than they are to see, big problems that are out there. Eliminating a task that takes an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, however long it takes during the week is significant to them. And their innovation, it just comes through with it. And the irony there is they don't have to be technical. They don't have to have, sophisticated bots to solve those problems. But they deliver these things that are important to them, and they really add value and, increases employee morale as well.
You mentioned citizen developers. So these are people who don't have a prior technical education. Is that right? Or how do you define them?
Trying to do is split kind of this citizen bot builder program into 2 pieces. One for technical resources who tend to pick things up a bit quicker from a technology perspective. They're used to doing development, those types of things. And then we have the true citizen bot builder, which is a non-technical resource that we've provided training and support to help them, innovate to solve their problem. I really like the idea of a citizen builder because it really describes the type of employees and team members that we want to access, and we want them solving their own problems.
That's right. Maybe you can share with us your point of view of how people's work life will improve in a long term because of what you are doing today. Give us now and the vision of that future.
Yeah, what's interesting is I think one of the biggest gains that we'll see out of this is morale, right? So things that team members are doing for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is during the week, that they then innovate and they resolve those issues using some sort of automation. I think what you're going to see is an instant morale improvement, and then you're going to see them look to utilize that time across things that are value add, whether it's servicing our customers, whether it's servicing their customer. Maybe it's an enablement group like of HR, finance, or some sort of engineering function or data analysis or something like that. I think if you can improve those things and then they can focus on things that are value add, I think you're going to see a lot of not only their morale improve, but the interactions they have with other departments.